There are two simple stories. There was a man who came to the doctor's office, and he said, "Doctor, I'm sad, I'm anxious, I have fear, I'm depressed. Can you help me?" And the doctor took him by the hand and led him over to the window. And the doctor said, "Look, do you see in that field yonder the large tent, the big top of the circus that is in town? Well, at that circus there is a clown, and he juggles, and he somersaults, and he does tricks, and he makes people laugh. Go, visit the circus, see what it's like to be alive." The man turned to the doctor and said, "But doctor, I am that clown." Then there was a king who was about to leave his body and needed to hand his kingdom over to his only son. But the son, although he was an excellent marksman, he knew the ways of swordplay, he'd learned all that was needed to be known about the protocol of the court. He was unsure of himself, uncertain, not confident. How could he make people respect him, fear him, obey him? But he had heard that there was a certain shaman who lived just outside the city gates. So, putting on a disguise, he went to seek the advice of the shaman. And when he arrived there and explained the situation to the shaman said, "That's very simple. All you have to do is put on a mask." But the prince, who was to be the king, said, "But how can I do that? How can I make a mask?" "Oh," said the shaman, "I can make a mask for you right now." He said, "While I'm making the mask, I will give you advice about how you should act." So as the shaman was making the mask, he advised the prince, "Firstly, you must remember that when you have this mask on, you will not be able to laugh. You can grimace, you can look angry, fierce, but if you smile or laugh, the mask will crack and you will die." And then the shaman gave the prince certain other advice about how to act. But we don't need to hear those because we already know. We've done so in our lives. So the shaman made the mask and placed it over the prince's face, and immediately it stuck to his face like it had always been there. Now, said the shaman, remember, you may not laugh. But the prince thought to himself, well, even up until now, I haven't had much to laugh about. So the prince became the king, and he, with his mask, had people fear him, obey him, respect him. And he lived a long life. But as he was growing old, one morning he woke up and he thought to himself, I wonder what it would be like to smile. And he tried, trying with his lips that had been for so long in a state of downward, to lift into a smile, and all of a sudden there was a great and painful snap, and the mask burst open. And then an amazing thing happened. Along the corridors of the palace, down to the cellar, up to the ceilings, there was a strange sound. And servants and advisors came from every direction, following the sound up the stairs to the king's chamber. And when they opened the door, there was the king rolling on the ground, laughing. And as the courtiers, advisors and servants watched, the king died laughing.